Good evening and welcome to St. Joseph, Missouri, home of Phil Welch Stadium, home of your St. Joseph Mustangs. The Mustangs are your 2024 Mink League champions! We want to welcome you into Phil Welch Stadium and a happy 4th of July as we have another edition of Mustangs Baseball. They once again take on the Sedalia Bombers. This last time these two teams match up, it was a barn burner. Mustangs walked it off in 10 innings, winning 11-10. But if you're joining us, I'm Jackson Phelps, joined next to me Truman Griesel. And Truman, we have a really special night. It's 4th of July. Phil Welch is packed, big American flag out on the field. We want to say thank you to all, to you who have served, and to all the active duty members as well. A special night here, but intriguing matchup we have. You know, last week on Saturday it was a close game. Tales of two tapes. Mustangs come in atop the Mink, the Sedalia at the bottom, and we'll really get to see how they've, you know, meshed around since that Saturday game. So we'll be right back with starting pitcher and starting lineups. You're watching Mustangs baseball here on YouTube. It'll be the Northwest Missouri State Bearcat, Jaron Guck, back out on the mound for his 5th start. So far this season, 3-1, 20 innings pitched, an ERA of just 1.35, and a strike-to-walk ratio of 24-5. Looking to improve since his last start back on June the 27th against Carroll. Went 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 Ks and 2 walks. And Truman, like here, it's a good time to get a good start, especially trying to get another win in the homestand, especially a team like Sedalia that tested you last week.
And Guck, he struggled a little bit in his last start, but he had an extended time away, so he was still knocking off the rust. But I thought he was good. His fastball had some life. He was getting, squeezed a little bit in the zone with the breaking pitches. But again, he's been one of the best pitchers in the Mink so far. If he can establish that fastball early and then work off it with the slider and the changeup, he will be very good.
He'll be met with tonight's Sedalia Bomber lineup. Leading it off, it'll be Sam Russo, Carter Rice at the 2, Dalton Miller at the 3. Connor Rice at 4, Jaden Roberts batting 5th, Ryan Rattone at 6, Caden Paxton, Chris Miller, and Lance Vickers end out the final 3. It'll be a good test once again. The Bombers hit well against the Mustangs last time out last Saturday. Again, the Mustangs, a crucial walk-off off the bat of Easton Phillippe are looking for a different result tonight, trying to look to put it in the bag early on. They're going to put their hands in Jaron Guck to do that job. It'll be Sam Russo to lead off tonight's ball game on a special 4th of July broadcast here at Phil Welch. Mustangs wearing a red veteran jersey that'll be auctioned off at the end of the game. Bombers back in their black and white combo. First pitch tonight from Guck. This is just inside for ball 1. Russo 0 for 1 last time out against the Mustangs. Came in to pitch. Ended up giving him 7 earned runs. 1-0 pitch slapped into left field, giving chase in left into the sun as McCollum. He makes the catch for the first out, and a quick one for Guck.
That's what you want. Getting that leadoff hitter out is so important. And right there again, trying to establish that inside corner to the lefty Russo. Jammed him right there. Great pitch from Guck, and it's always that first out. That first out of the game is always the toughest one, and able to get it right there.
Up next will be Carter Rice. Rice last time out against the Mustangs, a home run, and was also 1 for 5. Slider catches down low for strike 1. That slider from Guck is going to have to work. It was not working last time out. Looking to continue to pound the zone. A 1 pitch to Rice. Once again, a slider. Lines it over to Felix. He fields it. Throws over to Little in time, and 2 quick outs for Jaron Guck. Moving swiftly here in the first.
Another good pitch. Had Rice out in front of the plate, leaning on that front foot. That's how deceptive he can be. Same arm slot, same tunnel, fastball, slider. Slider trails away from those righties where fastball stays pure. And he can get that working. It's hard to hit, and right there again, just showing you righty off balance early.
It'll be Dalton Miller batting 3-hole tonight for the Bombers. Had a really nice game last Saturday. Went 3 for 5, 3 runs, 1 walk, and a strikeout. Georgia Gwinnett College upstairs for ball 1. Upstairs for strike 1. My apologies. Dalton Miller, a transfer from State Fair Community College, batted .430 with 2 home runs, 19 RBIs, and 22 runs with the Roadrunners last spring. Slider chopped into center field. Freeman having to go back a little bit, backpedals into the sun and makes the catch, and Guck, a quick 1-2-3 inning, gets the Mustangs started. No hits, no runs, no left on base, and Guck, a nice first half of the first inning. Mustangs come to bat here next on YouTube. Making his first start for the Bombers, it'll be Gavin Killian. Killian out of Kansas City, Kansas Community College this last spring. 18 appearances, 5-2 win-loss record, and 4 saves. 56 in 1 innings pitched. A K to walk ratio of 44, strikeouts, 10 walks, a 3.67 ERA. So Truman, an impressive spring from him. We'll have to see how he can contribute here for the Bombers tonight.
Pitched in just about every situation. He got a couple saves. He made a few starts, made a few in-between outings. But, first start of the summer, it's been a while since he's pitched. We'll see how much rust there is. Seen it before with other guys, not Mustangs and Mustangs opponent, guys making their first starts. But tall, lanky guy, again, it's just all about establishing the fastball and working it off with off-speed. If you can't get your fastball across, it's going to be a long night.
It'll be Darius Freeman to lead it off here for the Mustangs starting lineup. Following him will be McCollum, Lukehart, Felix, George, Coy, Phillippe, Little, and Gundelfinger. First pitch, up and out for Freeman for ball 1. Freeman picking up right where he left off last season, having himself a year, batting .354. Making numbers happen at the plate and on the base paths as well. This is a guy you don't want to walk early on here in this game. 1-0 pitch also outside, and Freeman works a nice 2-0 count on Killian. Killian only the 10 walks this last spring to those 44 strikeouts. There's that swing and a miss from Freeman on that off speed. Catches him in the bottom half. 2 balls and a strike to Freeman. Freeman was 2 for 4 with a run and a walk last Saturday against the Bombers. 2-1 pitch lined into the center field gap. He can't find it. That's going to fall in front of Miller. And Freeman leads it off with a single for the Mustangs. Initially, Roberts was given on chase, and Miller had to hustle his way over there, but it was too late. And Freeman, first hit of the ballgame for the Stangs.
Said it before, we'll say it again, how tough that sun is here at Phil Welch. And off the bat, Roberts, I mean, he didn't even move. He could not see that one. That sun's sitting right up above the roof. You can see that shadow. Just so tough. And Freeman didn't get all of it, but sometimes he'll just take a little hit like that and get on base any way you can.
For Darius Freeman, that'll be hit number 29. He leads this team as McCollum lines it over to second. Raton fields it, flips it over to short for 1. Not in time to first, so McCollum will reach on the fielder's choice. Raton flipped it to Rice, catching Darius Freeman, but still a runner on, this time with just an out.
Yeah, McCollum's going to want that one back. That was a pitch right in his wheelhouse, and he just let it get too deep and let it jam him, so that's why he just squibbed it off to Raton. If he's out in front of that ball's down the left field line for a double.
It'll be Braden Lukehart batting the 3-hole tonight. Did not play last Saturday. First pitch down and in for strike 1. Lukehart, a nice night last night, back from family trip. A 1 pitch swung on and fouled off, so Lukehart quickly down. No balls and 2 strikes to Killian. Killian hasn't been messing around here to start it out, been pounding the zone on these Mustangs hitters, forcing them to swing. Got the result he wanted out of McCollum. Now down 2 strikes, we'll see what Lukehart can do. Oh, 2 pitch, there goes McCollum, pitch out, throw down the second base line is going to go in the outfield, and McCollum will stay put at second, but the stolen base puts him in scoring position for Lukehart.
Not the best jump from McCollum there, and Vickers honestly had a big chance to gun him out by a long shot, but again, with this sun, that throw gets up a little high. He tried to get out on a 1-hop, but it was too short of a 1-hop. As a catcher, if you're not going to be able to throw it all the way, you want a nice long hop. Right there, just 8 Connor Rice up at short.
9th stolen base for McCollum on the season. That's going to be lined into center field. That's going to get down. Roberts couldn't see it again. They're going to hold McCollum at third, but a 1-out single for Lukehart puts runners on the corners for the Mustangs.
Just a good swing. Didn't try to do too much with it. Pitch outer half of the plate, waited for it, and just drove it right into center. And again, Roberts, he's having a really tough time. I mean, can't tell if he has any sunglasses, but he has not seen the ball whatsoever. Got a bad break. Kind of lucky because his bad break kind of deked McCollum a little bit, who waited. If McCollum had just gone on contact, he would have scored.
It'll be Dom Felix. Runner 90 feet away. Down in the dirt. for ball one. It is tough to see. I do not think, from where I'm sitting, Roberts does not have any sunglasses, and that is definitely going to pay him in the bad way. 1-0 pitch to Felix. Runs inside for ball two. Felix quickly works a 2-0 count.
Felix is so reliable in the cleanup spot. He's not going to try to do too much right here. He knows the situation, a veteran guy on this roster. If he can get a pitch to hit, he's going to drive one and at least drive in one run.
Swings and misses on 2-0. Just the one strike on him. Felix leads this team with 26 RBIs. Looking to do more here. With McCollum with some speed, he can flare it into the outfield for a tag. We'll see if Lukart wants to swipe second. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss from Felix once again. Killian doing a good job working himself back into this at-bat. 2-2 to Felix.
Killian working with some tempo. You know, he's a couple of hits, things out of his control with the sun, but I like his tempo so far, but he's got to keep Lukart over there quiet. Surprised he hasn't gone yet.
Felix is going to line that into center field. Roberts can't see it. Miller coming over to help him out. Here comes McCollum to home. It's going to be cut off. And an RBI sacrifice fly from Felix drives home. McCollum for the first run for the Mustangs. They lead it 1-0.
Again, just right there, an unselfish AB from Felix. Nice pitch to hit, got his barrel to it. He missed a couple of those pitches earlier in the at-bat. That one, third time, Killian left the ball over the plate. He didn't miss it. Right now, Chris Miller in right, he's definitely not being bothered by the sun, but that ball just too far out there to have any chance to gun down McCollum at home.
It'll be Justin George, JG Lukart still on first. As the ball was hitting the right field, couldn't really go anywhere. And he's going to get a great jump. Vickers is going to just have to go, and Lucart's going to go up standing with a stolen base. An amazing jump from Lukart.
Didn't go during the Felix at-bat. He got it 5 pitches to really time up Killian and going right there. That was a fantastic jump. So even if Killian had been mixing up his moves, Lukart had read him all the way. I mean, he didn't even have to slide. That's how much he beat that throw.
George down 0-1. Inside, evens the count up at a ball and a strike. George was 2 for 6 with 2 doubles and a run and 2 RBIs against the Bombers last Saturday. Definitely contributed in some big at-bats, and now he's got Lukart in scoring position to try and continue this surge here in the bottom of the first.
Another guy that you're honestly going to pitch him inside. He really crowds that plate. If you try to throw it out over the plate like that.
That's going to be lined over to short. Rice is going to field it on a hop, but George is going to reach safely on an infield single, and Lukart advances over to third. So a productive swing from George puts runners on the corners once again for the Mustangs.
Just like I said right there, you try to throw it out over the plate with how much George is close to that plate. That's right in his barrel zone. It's a good jump by Rice to cut it off, but he had no chance to throw out George.
And it brings up Chris Coy, St. Joe native, with an RBI chance for himself. Coy, not the best performance last Saturday, 1 for 6, but did have the RBI. And he's going to line that over to Retone, and he's just going to flip it over to Rice to end the inning with 2 left on base. But the Mustangs do get a productive run off the RBI sacrifice fly from Felix, and they lead this one 1-0 as we head to the second inning here on YouTube. We'll get a look at how the Mustangs are lined up defensively. It'll be McCollum, Freeman, and Lucard in the outfield. And in the infield, it'll be Jaden Little at first, Gundolfinger at second, predominantly at third. It'll be Coy manning his shortstop position, Felix back at third. And it'll be Phillippe back at catcher with Guck pitching tonight, and Justin George, your designated hitter. Fun night here at Phil Welch on 4th of July. Lots of stuff happening. Proposal on the field. It'll be fireworks after the game. Fun environment here at Phil Welch, and we're here in the second inning. Guck, a 1-2-3 inning last. A good start, Truman, that we've seen from him. A good bounce back since his last start.
I mean, definitely a better start. And that start against Carroll, he gave up 2 runs in the first. Gave up runs in the first, second, and third. So it's just great to see him again establish the zone, really get back to that Jaron Guck we saw earlier in the year when he was virtually untouchable, and that rust is fully gone.
It'll be Connor Rice to lead off the second. Rice was 4 for 6 last Saturday with an RBI, a strikeout. Big swing and a miss from Rice for strike 1 from Guck. Rice hails out of State Fair Community College, much like most of these players. Batted .304 with 3 home runs, 21 RBIs, and 20 runs. So another good productive road runner here for the Bombers. 1-0 pitch is going to be chopped. Felix is going to field it in the middle infield, and he'll throw it over to Little in time for first. For the first out of the inning.
Man, I love a third baseman with a lot of range, and that's what Felix has. He just has great baseball instincts when it comes to balls off the bat. And right there, I mean, has to move to his left decently far, but it's just an easier play for him to cut it off than Coy to have to try and run in. That's the kind of composure Felix has at third. He's a mine guy. He's not just going to let Coy or whoever's at short make all the plays. He goes after everything he can.
Big swing and a miss from Jaden Roberts. Felix is composed as ever. Loves going to that left if he can. Remains comfortable his second putout of the night. Jaden Roberts 0 for 5 last Saturday with a run and a walk. A 1 pitch from Guck. Just misses the up and out. Ball and a strike to Roberts. Roberts out of Dawson Community College. Fouls it off on 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes. Played this last spring at Dickinson State. Batted .215 with 30 RBIs, 10 home runs, 33 runs, and 31 hits. So a big bat this last spring. 1-2 pitch from Guck. Slapped into left field. McCollum's just going to let it fall down. And the first base hit of the night to the Bombers belongs to Jaden Roberts, who was 0 for 5 last Saturday. A better start to his game for the first hit.
That's just one of those. That was a good pitch from Guck. And Roberts, I mean, he just sticks his bat out there and just bloops it over the head of Coy. No one was going to get to that. But I like that pitch. Outside corner. Had Roberts reaching, but Roberts was just able to get enough barrel to muscle it into left field.
Ryan Rattone is batting the 6th hole tonight. Only got the 1 at-bat last game. Ratone's going to foul it off the left field side for strike 1. Rattone came in the game after the Sam Russo pitching change. Put him at second base, but he's going to start tonight out of William Woods University. Roberts on first. Guck with a fast pitch. And it's once again fouled off the left field side, so quickly 0-2 to Rattone.
That's who Guck is. He's going to go more with that slide step more often than not. Doesn't have this big leg kick. Kind of again adapting that modern age of baseball. You know, a lot of those older guys, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, big wind up, big all that stuff. But now it's all about basically efficiency and how efficient can you translate all that power down the mound.
The 0-2 pitch from Guck. Inside and just misses. Guck, little hop and hop on the mound. Wanted that one to get called strike 3. Just missed. Want to see if he goes back to it.
Definitely has a case. You saw his catcher, Phillippe, give him that little glove thing, like, nice, you hit your spot. And, I mean, he did. He hit his spot right inside corner. Just didn't get the call, but that's a great spot. I'd keep staying there if I was Guck.
We'll go back to Roberts at first, nothing doing. Roberts so far on the year does lead the team in stolen bases with 14, has not gotten caught yet this season. Rattone on 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Guck gets his first K of the night. And a big one with a runner on. Roberts still at first, but a big strikeout from Guck.
Like that pitch a lot. Had a little east-west action on it. Guck usually mainly a four-seam guy, but that one a little run. That just ran away from Retone. But again, that's those mind games. They went inside past couple pitches. Then you go right back outside, get Retone thinking, gets him to chase. Nice pitch sequence right there.
Caden Paxton with 2 outs. Looks at one down low for ball 1. Paxton didn't play last Saturday. Is batting .220 so far this season. 13 hits. 4 RBIs. He'll go back over to Roberts. Nothing doing. Little's going to grab it in the ground.
Haven't seen many pickoffs this season. That's always one of those things. I mean, you'd prefer a left-handed first baseman just because the glove on that right hand.
Right.
As a right-handed first baseman, it's always how are you gonna field basically the base? Are you gonna straddle the bag like Little? You have your right foot basically on that corner. Are you gonna play a little off? But
1-0 pitch fouled over to the home clubhouse, and it will hit the clubhouse. Evens the count up at a ball and a strike. Pickoffs definitely for Mustangs. Pitching hasn't been big, but with these Mustangs base runners, we have seen a surplus of pitchers in the Mink who just are never comfortable with how the Mustangs are on the base paths. But Roberts leads the team in stolen bases. Hasn't put himself in a big lead yet this at-bat. There he goes, and there's Phillippe. He's going to get a nice throw down. Roberts is going to swipe second for his 15th stolen base of the year. And my broadcaster Zinks got me there, a runner in scoring position for the Bombers.
It's a good jump there from Roberts, and for Phillippe, he made a heck of a throw, having to reach down across his body. Guck missed his spot. But it's just that efficient first step from Roberts into this big movement. Just took a slight first step and then exploded out. That explosion that Roberts possessed right there really anchored his speed.
And it's 3 balls and a strike to Caden Paxton. Guck looking to put this one back in the zone, get himself out. Base hit with Roberts on. Most likely will score. 3-1 pitch catches the zone for the second strike, and we're full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count, 2 outs. Runner on second for the Bombers. 3-2 pitches lined over to left. McCollum, that's going to fall. Roberts taking a big round. The throw in from McCollum in time, but Roberts is going to score on an RBI single from Caden Paxton, and we are tied up at a run apiece.
Just not the greatest full count pitch right there. Missed his spot. Phillippe set out outside, missed inside, right in the barrel path of Paxton. But McCollum, I mean, heck of a throw out there from left, really gave it his all. But again, just that short hop, if that maybe had 5-6 more inches of air time left on it, Phillippe's able to grab it and make it a bang-bang play. Just a great at-bat there from Paxton. Scoring a run.
It'll be Chris Miller batting the 8-hole out of Dartmouth in the Ivy League. Trying to continue the inning for the Bombers. 2 outs, so it'll be Paxton on first. Slider catches the outside part of the zone for strike 1. Miller this last season at Dartmouth batted .229, 9 runs on 24 hits. From Dardendale, Arkansas, and he's studying medicine over at Dartmouth. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Guck's got him right where he wants him with the 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Chris Miller. Guck delivers in the dirt. Good pick from Phillippe. Keep it with him. Ball and 2 strikes. Only 1 stolen base from Paxton. Has been caught stealing once on his season. Don't know how likely he is to move. 1-2 pitch. Miller called strike 3 on the outer edge. And add him to the Gucket list. That's number 2 for Guck tonight, and he escapes with a runner on. But the Bombers do end up getting the run home on the RBI single from Caden Paxton, and we are notched up at 1 run apiece. We're headed to the bottom of the second here on YouTube. We're here at the bottom of the second inning, tied up at 1 run apiece. Haven't seen anything too bad that I haven't liked from Guck so far, Truman. Definitely put the pitches in the zone where he wanted them. Just the Bombers got an advantage on those pitches and got 2 hits in a run.
I mean, you had that leadoff hit that ended up coming around to score, and Roberts just reached out and was able to poke one over the head of Coy. And then, I mean, Caden Paxton, a great battle, and just missed his spot on 3-2 and paid for it. But again, it's just a confidence. Again, I've said this in past games, but if you're allowing a lot of hits, you can fix that easily. That's just about hitting your spot in better location. It's where you get into trouble when it's just walk, hit by pitch, because then your defense is falling asleep behind you, and you really just don't know really what's going on. That's when you start to really get in your head. When you're giving up hits, it's more just like, all right, I just got to be better, and like you're really bearing down. But it's like when you're giving up a lot of walks, it can be very difficult.
It'll be Easton Phillippe to lead it off here in the bottom of the second. Killian's still on the mound. Phillippe's just going to flare it over to the third base side. It'll be Miller to make the catch. And 1 pitch, 1 out for Killian on Phillippe.
I like the aggressiveness there by Phillippe, but right there, Killian, he threw first pitch changeup instead of fastball, and he had Phillippe way out in front. And that's just one of those, it's hard because as a hitter, you're yes, yes, no, or yes, yes, yes all the way. So it's really hard to just, pull up, take the check swing, or Phillippe just to swing all the way through and just look like you missed that pitch by 5 feet instead of slowing your hands down.
Down to the dirt past Vickers on Jaden Little batting in the 8-hole tonight. Playing first base once again. Watches ball one down low, was 1 for 4 last Saturday with 2 runs and a walk against the Bombers. 1-0 pitch, finds the inside for strike 1. Little a St. Joseph kid. Plays his college ball at Lincoln University out in Jefferson City. Ball and a strike to Little. Swung in a sharp ground ball over to Rice. He fields it in time. Over to first for the second out, and 2 quick outs for Killian here in the bottom of the second.
Just another hitter right there, just out in front just a little bit. Little weights on that ball, just a little bit more. He's probably seen that be a line drive in that right center gap. Mustangs are definitely antsy here at the plate, and I like the aggressiveness. Just got to be a little bit more patient, see the ball all the way in.
It'll be Tyler Gundelfinger batting in the 9-hole tonight. First pitch swinging and fouled it off straight behind. Gundelfinger 0 for 2 last Saturday with 2 runs and a walk. He'll be transferring from Hillsborough Community College to Arkansas Tech to continue his college ball next spring. Originally out of Shawnee, Kansas. 0-1 in the dirt for ball 1. Evens it out at a ball and a strike. Gundelfinger so far this season, batting .234 on 11 hits, 10 RBIs. He's going to pop that one in the air to center Roberts once again. And he's going to make the catch in the sun to end the inning. A 1-2-3 from Gavin Killian, and we're headed to the 3rd inning of play. We're still tied at 1 run apiece here on YouTube. It'll be the 9-hole Lance Vickers to lead it off for the Bombers. We'll have 9, 1, and 2 due up for Sedalia. Lance Vickers, 2 for 4 last time out against the Mustangs with a run, 2 RBIs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Looking to start it off good. Guck still looking good out on the mound. Only the 2 hits in the run the last time out. Just looking to bounce back once again. Put another 1-2-3 inning on the board. Would be ideal for Mr. Guck. Slider misses outside on Vickers for ball 1. Vickers behind the dish tonight at catcher. Made some nice picks last Saturday. 1-0 pitch from Guck. That one also misses outside, so quickly 2 balls and no strikes to Vickers. Vickers out of Allen Community College, batted .263, 3 home runs, and 21 RBIs over at Allen. 2-0 pitch popped up straight behind. Hits the roof of the grandstand for strike 1, so 2 balls and a strike. Vickers so far this season batting .230 on 17 hits, 8 RBIs, has drawn 26 walks, leads the team. He's got a 2-1 count on Guck. Slider once again misses outside for 3 balls and a strike to Vickers. And he's looking prominent for yet another walk. See if Guck can respond on 3 balls and a strike to Vickers. Fouled off straight behind, and now we're back to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You know what a vicar is?
I do not.
Part of the Roman Catholic Church, acts as a bishop. According to Joey Tribbiani, it's a goalie, but that is not correct.
Okay.
One of those unique last names, you know, always love. It's always one of those things, you know, when did last names start becoming a thing? You know, I
know.
I guess it's probably when, you know, people migrated over from the U.S., from like England and Europe over here to America,
Had
U.S.
to differentiate themselves.
It's always just one of those things, you know. When did people just start having last names?
3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Guck comes back to get Vickers on another K. 3rd bomber added to the Gucket list, and it's 9-hole hitter Lance Vickers.
Ready to come back from Guck. Missed down and away far with that slider, but then 3-2 has the confidence to just go back to it. Vickers couldn't see it all the way, and just a good pitch. Again, still no walks, and I've liked he's had some full count to hitters, but Guck has just been able to respond and really get his way.
It'll be Sam Russo back to the top of the order for the Bombers. Takes strike 1 down the middle. Sam Russo, Pitt State, batted .125, only 8 at-bats, the 1 hit. He's from Nixa High School. He was a State Fair Community College transfer where he batted .330. He's going to line it over to Gundelfinger at second. Fields it cleanly and over to Little in time for the second out, so Russo retired quickly in his at-bat, and another solid 2 outs here to start an inning for Jaron Guck.
Another nice pitch. Russo off the end of the bat. And Gundelfinger, I mean, a guy making his first start at second base this season. Looks really comfortable out there. Nice fielding position, really got that alligator. That's what you like to see, responding with the quick 2 up, 2 down.
Gotta love the alligator. That's important for any of the kids watching at home. Make sure you get the hand over the glove, as it'll be Carter Rice batting in the 2-hole. He'll be the 3rd hitter here in the inning as Guck, a slider works there, finds the zone for strike 1. Rice grounded over to Felix in his first at-bat back in the second. Guck looking for his second 1-2-3 inning here in his first 3. Fastball catches the out and up for strike 2, so quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Rice. Guck looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. Has Rice down 0-2. Ball's going to be lined foul, 3rd base side. And it will remain 0-2. Rice this season batting .244, 22 hits with the 11 RBIs. Solid season for him in the Bombers uniform from State Fair Community College. 0-2 pitch from Guck. Swing and a miss. Make that strikeout number 4 and make it another 1-2-3 inning for Mr. Jaron Guck. And he keeps this game tied 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning here on YouTube. Here in the bottom of the 3rd, it's 4th of July, and we thought give you guys some 4th of July trivia. How much money did U.S. consumers spend on fireworks in 2024? Was it $1.8 billion, $785 million, $2.7 billion, or $5 billion? It's a good question. I've managed a fireworks stand for 3 years. I've worked at a fireworks stand for 9 years. It's my first summer off working fireworks, and I know how big of a camaraderie fireworks are for here in the U.S.
Big firework guy?
Big firework. I love fireworks. Oh, yeah. It's been in my family.
I used to be scared as a kid. Didn't
Really?
like the big loud ones.
I can say as a kid I was scared, you know. But I just fell in love with them around middle school. Started liking the big ones. I was always a big, like, smoke bomb guy.
I like the ones that shot the parachute people
Yeah.
out. I like those, but
Yeah.
the big loud ones as a kid, did not like them.
Did you like firecrackers as a kid? Did you like those? Like the ones you just kind of...
Nah, those weren't cool.
I didn't like
Like
those
I liked the colors, but it was just
Yeah.
I think it was just the loud booms.
Hey, I agree with it. I feel like all of us as a kid didn't like those loud sounds. But for some of you guys listening, you guys have loved fireworks your whole life. But what a day to spend it as Darius Freeman leads it off here in the 3rd. We're back to the top of the order for the Mustangs. Mustangs still with just the run with 3 hits. Game still tied at 1 run apiece. And it's Killian back on the mound, making his 3rd inning of work. Once again, we want to thank you guys for joining us on your 4th of July evening here on YouTube. First pitch swinging over to the second base side of Raton. A tough play. He's not going to make it. And Freeman will reach on the E4. And that's a guy you want on base to lead off your inning if you're the Mustangs.
And Raton was in good position. He started out on that outfield grass, and he was able to cut that ball off, but it's just so hard, especially with the speed of Freeman. I feel like Raton, he was in the spin. He spun around, and he saw how much Freeman was down the line that he just rushed that throw. Would have been hard to get him if he had been a good throw. Again, I like Freeman being aggressive early.
Freeman on first. Look to see if he will want to steal here with Trevor McCollum batting second tonight and batting second in the inning. First pitch, Freeman acting like he was going to go stay put on strike 1 to McCollum. Freeman leads this team 14 stolen bases. Gets a decent lead at first. A 1 pitch swinging is McCollum. He'll foul it off. So quickly down, no balls and 2 strikes to Killian.
It's be a good count to go in if you're Freeman. It's a breaking ball count.
Freeman, another good step on first. And there he goes. The 0-2 pitch is going to be lined down the first base side, barely foul. Freeman on his horse. Looks like he could have scored on that, but he'll be back to 0-2. McCollum 0-2. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the first, came around to score, also stole second. Freeman, a single back in the first. He's on first. He was caught at second on the fielder's choice. Another good lead from Freeman. Another baby step over at first. Freeman not willing to go this time upstairs for ball one, so a ball and 2 strikes to McCollum. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Last pitch was a heater upstairs. Maybe the good decision not to go in Freeman. 1-2 pitch. There goes Freeman in a sharp line drive into left field, giving chases Russo. That's going to get over his head in left field. Freeman never stopped running. He's rounding third, and he's going to score easily. And the Mustangs break the tie, and they lead it 2-1 on the RBI double from Trevor McCollum.
Just a mistake pitch right there on 1-2 from Killian. He's tried to sneak a piece of cheese by a hungry rat, and Trevor McCollum absolutely torched that ball. That ball was right in his wheelhouse on the inner half. Kept his hands inside, got the barrel right to it. And Freeman, again, he's such a smart base runner. He knew that ball was over the head of Russo, and so he took the gamble and just never stopped running.
For McCollum, that's going to be RBI number 15 on his season. In the zone, strike one on Lukart. Still no outs for the Mustangs, and yet another runner in scoring position on second. Hit and run paid off for McCollum. First extra base hit of the game for either squad. A 1 pitch from Lukart. That's going to be lined. A tough play for Raton. That's going to get past his glove. Here comes McCollum for the 3rd run on the RBI single from Lukart.
Another tough play for Raton. That just didn't get a good first step on it, and that ball just got under his glove. And Lukart, again, second time we've seen him go up the middle on a hit. Not trying to do too much, and Lukart has not missed a beat since having extended time off. He has come back and been swinging a hot bat.
He has. Raton over at second just had himself in an awkward spot. Here goes Lukart outside, and he's going to get another stolen base standing up. And that'll be Lucart's second of the night. Second time standing up as well. Dom Felix had the RBI sacrifice fly back in the first. Looking to stay productive with another RBI chance. 1-0 pitch goes outside. Felix didn't like the call for strike one. He ends it out at a ball and a strike.
Definitely looked like where that last pitch was. And Felix with a great eye. Tough guy to strike out.
He knows exactly what he wants up at the plate. With the ball and a strike from Killian, that is going to nail Felix on the leg, and he'll go up to first with a hit by pitch. And that is going to be the 4th runner plated in a row for the Mustangs to start the bottom of the 3rd.
Sometimes that's what they say, ball don't lie. But Felix, unfortunately, was a hurtful one. But he's definitely got some tree trunks down below the waist.
He sure does. And here's another man with a lot of power on the lower half. It's Justin George. And George, a single back in the first. Another good spot for a hit with Lukart on second. Felix on first. Big swing from JG on the first pitch. Goes down 0-1. George so far 11 RBIs on his season. Has came up in some big spots here in the last couple of games. A 1 pitch going to be lined right back to Killian. He's going to go over to Raton. That's going to get into center field. And Lucart's going to come around to score easily for the 4th run. In the 3rd of the inning, the Mustangs lead it 4-1 on the E1.
Yeah, just right there, Killian rushed just throw a little bit. It pulled his arms. That ball sailed, but right there, Raton, he just didn't see that ball. He went to jump for it, and he just lost it. And unfortunately, it cost Sedalia a run.
Still no outs for Chris Coy. One they're going to want back. And they got it at the right time if you're the Mustangs, with that sun still trailing in center field as Coy watches it down in the dirt. For ball one, 3 runs so far as came across for the Mustangs. They take a 4-1 lead in the start that they've wanted after the last time out against the Bombers. 1-0 to Coy. Down low once again, but this time does clip the zone for strike one. Coy grounded out to the 4-6 inning-ending play back in the first inning. No outs and another RBI chance for the Mustangs. Down low in the dirt for the 3rd straight time to Coy as he watches that one for ball 2. Coy batting that 300 line with 16 RBIs, having himself a great freshman season with the Mustangs. 2-1 pitch, and he's swinging on the slider and misses it. Evens it out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Killian still looking for his first out of the inning. He's got Coy down 2-2. Two-two pitch flared over on the third base side. Miller giving a look. That'll just get foul. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good battle there by Coy. That's a tough pitch. Got handcuffed a little bit. Was able to foul it off. Let's see if Killian throws him a mistake right here. Coy can make him pay.
On 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good payoff foul ball from Coy, looking to keep the at-bat alive. 2-2, and Killian wins the battle, and he strikes out Coy for his first strikeout of the game in the first out of the inning for the Bombers.
Toughest pitch in baseball. Fastball up, your eyes get big, you think you're going to hammer it, and then you just miss it, and it's just a tough pitch, but great location there from Killian, who hasn't totally unraveled in this inning. Just trying to get any outs by any means necessary.
And here's the man who was the hero last Saturday against the Bombers. And it's Easton Phillippe, the walk-off RBI double to end it in the bottom of the 10th. Came in late in the game, did his job, and he's looking to continue the night with another RBI chance for himself. As he watches ball 1 in the dirt. Was first pitch swinging back in the 2nd. Popped it over to 3rd, and he's going to line it over to Killian. He's going to go over and make the play, and that's going to be just the 1 out. And looks like Rice only thought it was 1 out, so he's going to hold it. Had a double play chance. But the Mustangs are fortunate, and now runners on the corners, and that'll be marked as I believe an E6.
Just a 1-6 fielder's choice.
1-6 fielder's choice.
Got the out, and you always got to remember how many outs you have, and that should have been a double play right there, and Connor Rice just not thinking ahead. See if it backfires on him, and it's just one of those things. Got to always keep your head in the game, know you're going with the ball. Sometimes, even if you're not sure, just throw it over to first base.
Why not?
Paxton was there.
And it's looking like on the mound he is getting a stern talking to from the coach. Doesn't look like this mound visit was made just for Mr. Killian, as he was pointing over to the scoreboard saying, hey, there's a scoreboard out there. Always just give it a look, see what's going on. And it's just one of those things. Baseball's a mental game, like you said, Truman. You just got to be prepared every single play.
I mean, it's the second time this inning that Sedalia's had trouble with their middle infield. It was a similar play that George hit, grounded right back to Killian, who went the right way to 2nd, and Retone just didn't see the ball. Now there, they do get the out at 2nd, but Rice not thinking how many outs there are.
It's Jaden Little, runners on the corners still. 2 outs in the inning. First pitch, Little misses outside for ball 1. It's Phillippe on first. And Dom Felix on 3rd. Little 0 for 1. Grounded out to short last time out in the 2nd. Phillippe looking like he was wanting to go. Vickers is going to give him a look as 2 balls and no strikes to Little. Little so far only 8 RBIs on his season. Not the biggest run-scoring machine. But like we mentioned in last night's broadcast, a very nice late bloomer here for the Mustangs in their season. 2-0 pitch from Killian, and that's going to bounce off of Little. Vickers is not even going to make the throw over to 2nd. as Phillippe scampers over on the wild pitch. Felix stays put as Little almost acted as a rebound for Vickers, keeping it in his circle. 3 balls, no strikes to Little. Down the middle in the zone for strike 1. It's now 3-1 count with 2 runners in scoring position for Little, trying to put some more on the board for the Mustangs. The 3-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, caught him on the outside half. More full at 3-2.
Good spot there from Killian. Little's still a good swing. Got to sit back on it. Now 3-2, 2 outs. I expect another fastball. Little's going to hammer.
3-2 from Killian. Slider, and that's going to be a big pop fly at home plate. Vickers is going to give it some chase on the net, and he's going to make the play for the 3rd out in the inning. So 2 left on base for the Mustangs, but not before 3 runs are played at home. And your Mustangs lead it 4-1 here on July 4th. Here in the top of the 4th inning, it's Guck back out for his 4th inning of work. But the answer to tonight's first trivia question here on July 4th, how much money did the U.S. consumer spend on fireworks in 2024? If you guessed $2.7 billion, you are correct. And one of my favorite holidays here in the U.S. and 4th of July. Lots of revenue comes from fireworks stands. I've known it for the last couple of years. It's a big tradition for many families here in the U.S. to shoot off some fireworks, and it's one of my favorite things to do.
They're expensive, though.
They are very expensive. They've gotten a lot more expensive since COVID, from prices from firecrackers. It's fouled off, and tonight's leadoff in the 4th, Dalton Miller. Back when I first started out working in 2017, the price of firecrackers alone, just the cheap stuff, has skyrocketed. Just like about everything. No balls and a strike to Miller. Outside misses, a ball and a strike. Miller popped it out to Freeman in center field. One of the bigger bats here on the Bombers lineup in Miller. That slider's going to catch the outside zone for strike 2. Guck still on point here in this ballgame, and he's got Miller down, a ball and 2 strikes. Miller leads this team in hits with 28, also 5 home runs leads this team. 3-2 pitch, fouled off from Miller, keeping it alive, straight behind. If you had to pick your favorite firework, Truman, what would you say?
Well, I don't know any of the terminology, so.
Okay, you like fountains? Like,
I don't know what those are. I like the ones that like go up, and there's like one big pop, but then there's a bunch of little pops.
oh, like the sparkles, like the shh.
Again, I don't know the names of the fireworks. I know the trajectories they take and what
Yeah.
happens when the gas explodes.
I love it. I love it. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Miller. That one just missed outside. Nice little first at-bat battle for Guck. And that slider's gonna catch the zone. Strike 3 goes down looking as Dalton Miller. And for the 5th time, another added to the Gucket list.
Fantastic pitch right there from Guck. Inner half breaking ball. Miller wanted nothing to do with that. Hadn't really pulled it out yet. A lot of his sliders were just away, pretty much all of them. First time we've really seen him try that front door slider, and it just locked Dalton Miller up.
He's had some great control with that slider. This time, he did go inside with it. Like you said, Truman, it's been working. Connor Rice batting second here in the 4th. 1 out on the board for the Bombers. Is going to sharp liner over to Coy, and it's going to go off Coy's glove at short. And so that'll be a single for Connor Rice. 3rd hit of the ball game for the Bombers.
Yeah, tough play right there from Coy. He knows he probably should have had that. Thought the hop was going to be bigger. Like that he went for the backhand. He could have tried to get in front of it, but he went for the backhand, but he's got to work down to up. His glove was already up, and he was trying to go kind of down and back up. You want to keep your glove low and you move with the ball. Just an unfortunate play right there from Coy.
First pitch swinging is Jaden Roberts. Roberts a single last time out in the 2nd. Stole 2nd and came around to score the only run of the ball game for the Bombers. He's got a good opportunity. 1 out on the board. Double play in works. He's going to go back over to first. Nothing doing. Gundelfinger in double play depth over at 2nd. So a nice hole on that first second base side for Roberts. 0-1 pitch from Guck. Finds the zone quickly. 0-2 to Roberts. Got him in a good place. Roberts only 18 hits on the season, batting .295. He's going to go back over to first. Close play. But he's going to get back safe. Roberts 10 RBIs, just the 1 home run on his season so far. 0-2 pitch from Guck. Fouled off by Roberts, keeping it alive at 0-2.
Whenever Guck tries that front door slider again, he's already thrown Roberts the slider away, but just went fastball in. See if he goes breaking ball in.
See what Guck's got in his arsenal here. 0-2 to Roberts. Does go that slider away. Did he go? Yes, he did. Number 6 to the Gucket list is Roberts, and the slider once again working for Guck in his favor.
Again, just a beautiful pitch. He set it up with the fastball inside, goes slider away. Nothing really Roberts can do. He committed to it. Now he's sent back to the dugout.
Love that Guck's been working both sides on each batter. Doesn't matter if they're lefty, righty. He's going to work you in and out. Make sure you're on your toes. Now 2 outs on the board for the Mustangs. First pitch swinging. He's going to go over. Gundelfinger lays out. That's going to get into right field for a single. And held up at 2nd is going to be Rice. But a 2-out single for Ryan Rattone keeps the inning alive for the Bombers.
Tough play right there for Jaden Little. Just hopped up on him. Thought he had a beat on it. And Gundelfinger, great effort. And then even Lukart, heads up play. He saw the big turn at 2nd from Rice. And Chris Coy, knowing where he's supposed to be in a position like that, had a chance, but Rice able to get back. A great piece of hitting there from Rattone. Didn't try to do too much. Got just enough barrel on it. Now Bombers do have something working.
Runner in scoring position, and Rice reached on the E6. Outside for ball 1. That was the 3rd hit on the ball game for the Bombers. It'll be Caden Paxton in the 7th hole. Just trying to keep it going with a 1-ball, no strike count. It's Rice on 2nd. Rattone on 1st. 1-0 pitch. That's going to get off the glove of Phillippe. Both runners are going to move up. A big turn at 3rd from Rice. But the wild pitch. Now 2 runners in scoring position for the Bombers.
That's one Phillippe wishes he gotten a better position. It's kind of just this new modern sense of catching that one knee down, and it's all about trying to be a middle infielder and try to pick a ball with that catcher's mitt. But it's hard to pick a ball like that. You'd like to see Phillippe get over with his body and get his body in front of it, because like that hits off your wrist, bottom of your glove, and that ball could go anywhere. Or if that hits your chest, that ball's probably staying in front of you. And if the runners take off, you have a better position to throw them out.
2-0 pitch is going to be flared over to the second base side. Gundelfinger calls Little off for the third out, and Guck escapes with 2 runners on and no runs allowed. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth, and your Mustangs still lead at 4-1 here on YouTube.